Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today's story is going to be about Nat King Cole. That's right, I chose his story because it's Christmas and this story just warms my heart, so here it is. Okay, for those of you who don't know who Nat King Cole is, he was a very famous singer way back in the 50s and 60s, and I think his first claim to fame was being a jazz musician, and I think he was a super good one. I've never heard his jazz music, but I think I'm gonna check that out soon. His real name was Nathaniel Adams Cole, and he was born on March 17th, 1919, 4 days away from my birthday. Of course the man was famous. Of course he was talented. Are you kidding me? He's a Pisces. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, he's also known, of course, for that wonderful, wonderful, beautiful song, Unforgettable. And I believe his father, who lived and was also born in Montgomery, Alabama, as Nat King Cole was, started teaching him to play the piano at 4 years old. Can you believe that? 4 years old, this kid was playing the piano. And I believe he had here, hold on, I've got notes. Okay. He was the first black performer to have a national network TV variety show. That's unbelievable. The first black performer to ever have that back in the 50s and 60s. The man was unbelievable. Need I say more? But anyway, you're probably wondering why I'm talking about Nat King Cole. So I've got to show you a picture. They were married back in the 50s and 60s, back when Nat King Cole was at his prime, when he had his variety show and, you know, everybody was crazy about him. Everybody's still crazy about him. I'm still crazy about him. But the point of this story, of course, is about these people, my parents. They were married back at that time, and the day of the wedding, they of course took cabs, and of course in the picture my mom has a really beautiful wedding dress on, and I was a little disappointed when I found out that she rented the dress, but anyway, it was a rented dress, and you know, it was a really rushed kind of a wedding, and they had to take a taxi to the church. So on their way to the taxi, of course, all of them in the wedding party were my other family members, like my aunt was, I think, one of her bridesmaids, and they had an accident. The taxi got a flat. So, and this was right on the bridge. So it was just a huge commotion trying to get my mom out with her dress and all the bridesmaids and all the groomsmen, and having to find another car that could possibly take them the rest of the way to the church. So while all this was going on, this is what my aunt tells me. While all this was going on, my aunt was kind of looking around to see, you know, what traffic was stopped, and, you know, the cars were honking. I'm sure people were really pissed off because of this taxi getting a flat tire in the middle of a freaking bridge. So anyway, my aunt told me that from across the bridge, she noticed a guy, a really handsome black gentleman, across the bridge, stopped. And he had, I believe it was a Cadillac. He stopped and he came out of his car, and he just very nonchalantly laid right on the side of the driver's side of his door and just kind of put his arms across his chest. And during that commotion, of course, can you imagine you're getting married and then you get a flat tire and you're on the middle of a bridge and you're trying to get another taxi or flag down another car to get you to your wedding, and you have your sister, your brother, your cousin, you know, telling you, oh my God, look across the street, it's Nat King Cole, are you kidding me? Look, 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 look. And nobody paid attention to her. So I was like, what? Nobody looked? Nobody said anything? Nobody had a camera? I mean, I know there were cameras back in the 50s and 60s. Probably not good enough to take a picture at that distance, but she swore to this day that that was him. So again, why am I telling you this story? Well, I'm getting to the point. The point is, Irving Gordon was the one who wrote the song Unforgettable. He wrote that song for Nat King Cole. Now, I'm pretty sure, you know, Nat King Cole at the time was very famous and very respected. So they spoke. Irving Gordon was just a writer. He used to write songs, and I read a little bit about Irving Gordon. No words could I find why he wrote the song. Nowhere, nowhere. Not for a special person, not for a brother, a sister, a mother, no one. He didn't really write the song for anyone. And if anyone can correct me on that or tell me anything different or give me another fact, please, please, please tell me. But I couldn't find anything in all the research that I did as to why he wrote the song Unforgettable. Now, another key point is, or at least this is how I believe it happened, when Irving Gordon spoke to Nat King Cole about that song, it was supposed to be called Uncomparable. So if, and I truly believe this with all my heart, if that was Nat King Cole on the bridge watching my parents try to get another taxi so that they can get married on the middle of a bridge with a broken down car, I think that Nat King Cole, because of what he saw, and maybe he didn't tell him the story, but because of what he saw, he recommended that the song be called, instead of Uncomparable, Unforgettable, because of what he saw on that bridge that day. So that is my story, and I'm sticking to it. But anyway, that was the whole point to my story. I hope that made you think. I hope that, I don't know, it just warmed your heart like it warms mine to think that, you know, Nat King Cole watched my parents on their way to getting married. That's awesome. Anyway, that's my story. Please comment, subscribe. Again, don't hesitate to definitely contact me in any way to either prove me wrong or just to give me a comment and a thumbs up. All right, so until my next story. Oh, just an afterthought. I forgot to say one of the most important things. This song came out shortly after they were married. So this is why I think my story is 100% true. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if it is. But that was one of the points I wanted to make in the story, and it was very important. Okay?